guys, we have a special guest today, Thelma.
Hello! Hi everyone, my name is Thelma and I come from Iceland. I've lived in Japan for maybe 7-8 years and I'm currently working in Japan as a kindergarten teacher / actress like every other foreigner in Japan.
Yay!
Yay!
So today, as she explained, she's been living here for extended period of time and she has quite a bit of, experience in the dating scene. So she's gonna talk about different dating stories today. So you've dated a few people here in Japan, right? So I'm pretty sure you have bad experiences and good experiences, funny experiences.
Yeah.
So what were the worst experiences of yours?
I've tried using Tinder in Japan and it's not good.
It's not good, guys.
Abroad, if you use Tinder, I know so many people who have gotten married off of Tinder, but in Japan it's got the worst reputation and I didn't know this, so many people don't actually use it for serious relationships. And I was trying to match with someone and I kept matching with the people who only showed their face or who looked good, and I was thinking one day, Thelma, you're so shallow, you need to step out of that and maybe try one of those guys who don't show their face because maybe they have a great personality.
Oh, okay.
So I matched with someone who didn't show their face on their profile, and we met up and then we had dinner, and the whole time he just sat there staring at me.
What? For how long?
An hour.
An hour?
He didn't say anything and I kept asking him questions and he just nodded his head.
And what happened after that?
So I was like, maybe he's just super nervous. But then after that first hour, out of nowhere, the only thing he started saying was, kawaii, kawaii.
Oh my God.
Kawaii. And I was just like, it's so creepy.
It is kind of creepy.
And I was kind of scared. So I was like, it's time for me to go home. I'm just gonna go home now.
Good idea.
And he was like, I'm gonna walk you to the station. And that was the first normal sentence that he ever said. And I said, no, I'm going by myself. And he said, but it's dangerous if you go by yourself. So I said, okay. And then he walked with me. And while we were walking to the station, can I tap your head?
Yep. Yeah.
Kawaii, kawaii, kawaii.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's much worse than I anticipated.
I know.
Wow.
So I ran to the station. I was like, bye. Just ran off. And then I just immediately blocked him and never saw him again. But it really freaked me out.
Guys, do not swipe on guys with pictures of dishes or their pets. Really bad idea.
Headless people, no go.
No go. Wow, that was a little creepy.
Yeah.
To say the least. But do you have a funny, weirder story like that?
I do. Okay. It's so weird. It might actually be kind of creepy though, but okay, we'll see.
Okay, I'm ready.
This time I met a guy, not on Tinder, but at a bar.
Okay.
I was out drinking with my friends. We had a nomikai, and the guy who was sitting next to us started chatting with me and got on really well, and we exchanged a line, talked a bit on there, and then he ended up asking me out on a date. So I went, and then at the end of the date, he started, so embarrassing, I'm sorry. He started kissing me.
Okay.
And then he suddenly moved to my cheek and started licking my cheek.
What? On the first date?
Yes.
On the first date?
Yes.
Okay, that's a little, but you do, okay?
I mean slobbering.
Okay.
Not like a sexy kind of lip, but like I was an ice cream or something. And it went all the way up to my ear and I was like, what is going on? Is this normal in Japan? Is this how Japanese people kiss?
That's not normal here in Japan. That's not normal anywhere.
Yeah. And then he just slobbered all over here. It's missing my mouth. It was went here and then up my ear and then
you went
down
everywhere
here.
but your mouth.
Yeah, I'm like, what are you doing? And then he stopped and then he was like,
what?
And then he said, jingle bells, jingle all the way. And it was August.
Did you just make that up?
No, I didn't. I'm serious. And I asked him, why are you saying jingle bells? It's August. And he said, I'm just so happy right now.
That sounds like a horror story. That's not funny. That's not funny though. Okay, I asked for a funny story. That's way weirder than I thought.
It sounds so made up, but I'm serious. It was so weird. I stopped dating people for a good 6 months
Oh
after
yeah,
that.
I still think it is made up, but yeah. Okay, so things are very different from the Western dating scene. But like, what are the like similarity you find here in Japan between like Eastern dating scene and Western dating scene?
Ghosting.
Ghosting, guys.
I've had it happen a couple of times. Even though I thought the dates were going well. There was one guy I went on like 3 dates with. It wasn't serious or anything, we were just getting to know each other. And I thought it was going really well. And then he just suddenly stopped replying.
Wow.
And
for how long?
for a whole month and a half.
Okay.
So his last message was, I had so much fun, I'm definitely going to invite you on another date. And I was like, great, I'm waiting for your message. Nothing. I never double text because I don't like that. So I just left him. And then a month and a half later, he was like, hey, how have you been? I've been so busy with work. Cool, I said. But then there was another guy that I dated for like 2 months. He asked me to be his girlfriend. After like 2 weeks later, after asking me to be his girlfriend, he suddenly stopped replying to my messages, even though we were messaging each other every day. And he was calling me like baby, and how you doing, darling, and
Right, because you guys were in a relationship, I guess, right?
yes. And then he just stopped replying, and he didn't message me back for 2 weeks. And I'm like, is this normal for like a boyfriend to not message his girlfriend for 2 weeks? So I tried calling him, and then he immediately hung up on me without picking up the phone. And he messaged me back saying, don't call me, I'm with my teacher. I'm like, what?
That sounds massively inappropriate,
Yeah.
but sure.
And I was like, is he maybe like in a lesson, like watching a lecture or?
Lesson.
And I'm like, why? What's going? I'm sorry to disturb you, but we really need to talk because I haven't heard from you in 2 weeks. And he was like, stop messaging and calling me. I'm on a trip with my sensei out of Tokyo. And I was like, who goes on a trip with a teacher?
Teacher.
I was like, okay. He has another girlfriend on the side. So I told him like, okay, you're not telling me the full truth. What's going on? And then he just sent me a wall of text that I have blocked out from my memory, so I don't remember what it said. But at the very end, he was like, I don't want to see you anymore. Goodbye, and just blocked me.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I guess ghosting is pretty common in Japan as well as in the West.
I think so, especially with young men in Japan. This guy was Korean though. Like it's, in Japanese culture, people don't really confront each other a lot. They don't really talk about
I
their
guess,
feelings.
yeah, that's true, yeah.
So ghosting is very easy for them. I think both men and women do it a lot in Japan, but it's not nice. Stop
It's not nice. Stop, guys. Stop ghosting each other.
Yeah.
We've had horror story, we had very weird story, we had very sad story. But please tell me, Thelma, do you have at least one good dating story, right?
I do. I have a couple. I'll save the best for last. But these are from long-term boyfriends, Japanese boyfriends. My first long-term boyfriend, he was really good. He was really nice. The most amazing thing he did was one Christmas. We spent Christmas together in Japan, and we wanted to do it the Icelandic way. So, Icelandic / Japanese. We had KFC. And cake. And then we exchanged presents, and I got him a really expensive present, and then I don't really care about the price, but when he gave me my present, it was tiny, it was like a pen. So I was like, thank you, I can now do journaling. And then we went to bed, and then suddenly he started waking me up. He was like, Thelma, wake up, there's someone here. I was like, oh my god, what, who? And I thought it was like an intruder. And there's someone at the window. And then he was like, it's Santa Claus.
Oh.
He's outside the window. And I was like, what? Are you serious? I was like, I believed it for a second. And I looked out the window, there was nobody there. But there was a huge sack. And he was like, oh, I guess Santa left a present for you.
Oh, okay.
And I opened the door to the balcony and took the sack and opened it, and inside was a PlayStation 4.
Oh, so he gave you a pen on purpose.
On purpose.
Oh, wow.
And then because he gave me a pen, he also had like a notebook inside the
okay.
sack, so that I could use
Good.
the pen. Yeah. So it was so cute. It was adorable that he planned the whole thing like that. And he knew that I love surprises, so that was a very big surprise. But the best story is another long-time boyfriend, Japanese. So there's another good story with a long-time Japanese boyfriend. He, for our anniversary, he took me to Disneyland, or Disney Sea, and he, the first movie we ever saw together was Titanic, and he came kind of like dressed as Jack, not like a cosplay,
Right.
but like his outfit was inspired by Jack from Titanic.
Okay.
So he looked really cool because I love Jack. And he said that, you know, in Disney Sea there's like a huge ship that kind of looks like the Titanic.
Yep.
He was like, we have to eat dinner there. And I was like, okay, sure. And then just before the dinner, an hour before dinner, he was like, we have to go to the ship now. I'm like, why do we have to go now? Is it there's like 2 hours or an hour before dinner? He's like, because we do, come. Okay. So we go to the ship and we go on top, like board the ship. And we're just like standing, I don't know what to call this.
Like a balcony?
Yeah, like a balcony thing on the ship.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Like a terrace?
Yeah, and I was just looking out to see, and he was like, Thelma, and I was like, yes. And he had like an envelope, and I was like, oh, what's this? Because he'd already given me my present
Right.
before. I was like, what's going on? And he handed me the card, and I took it out, and he'd drawn a map of Disney Sea,
Oh, wow.
hand drawn, and it was gorgeous. And he wrote me a very personal letter which made me cry. And at the end of the letter he was like, okay, now look up at me because I have something else for you. I was like, what? So I looked up and he was holding a yellow receipt. I was like, what is this? And he gave it to me, and it was a receipt for my present, my second present. So he took me to one of those stores in Disney Sea. A shop attendant, she handed me a crystal rose. You know the rose from Beauty and the Beast?
Yeah,
In the case?
in the case, yeah.
Yeah. And then I was like, he's dressed as Jack, and he gave me a rose, and the rose has like, it's a huge symbol for love in Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, right.
So everything was like connected.
Oh, right.
And then we ended the night eating dinner on the Titanic.
Oh, okay. So like everything happened had like common theme.
Right.
Oh, okay.
It was so cute.
Very thoughtful.
Yes.
For sure.
So romantic. And when I got the rose, I just started crying again.
Wow.
Because I was so impressed that somebody would go to that level of,
Yeah.
I don't know, planning and
Yeah,
thinking.
sounds
So
very wholesome to hear that. Yeah.
it was very good.
Yeah, I think we much needed to hear something like that after, you know, like licking and not speaking for an hour. All right, so that was quite a bit of story time. Thank you so much for sharing your stories. That was very
Thank you.
funny / weird / kind of scary, to be honest. Such a, you know, emotional roller coaster I went through. I'm pretty sure you guys did too. So what do you guys think? Do you guys have something to share? If you have dating horror story like that in Japan, not just a horror story, but you know, it can be a good story as well. But please share in the comment section down below. And if you like the video, give it a thumb up, subscribe maybe.
Don't swipe right on headless
Very
pictures.
important.
And don't double text someone if they ghost you, even if it's a boyfriend.
True.
Leave them alone.
True.
And also, I have a YouTube too. So if you want to check it out, it's called Thelma in Tokyo.
Thelma in Tokyo, guys.
Yes.
All right, thank you for watching. Bye.